cabinet is where you will find all of the threads and bobbins that you need. If you look at the drawers, you'll see that they're labeled by color, and you should choose a bobbin and a spool of thread that match. It's good if you don't have matching thread, then we need to fill a bobbin, and that's another lesson. But get your bobbin out of the drawer that's labeled bobbins and your thread and bring it over to the machine. Remember, if you open it, don't forget to close it so no one bumps their head on it, and come over to the machine. And I like to start by putting in the bobbin first. Make sure to turn your machine on. And when you go to put the bobbin in, please slide the switch and remove the bobbin plate cover. And when you're holding the bobbin, if you hold it in front of you, it should look like the lowercase letter P. The thread should be hanging down on the left. It should come over the top and hang down to the left, looking like the letter P. If you don't do it that way, you'll have lots of problems as you sew. So make sure that it's shaped in the letter P and drop it straight in. And as you drop it down, there is a little notch in your machine at about where 6 o'clock on a clock would be, down at the bottom. The thread has to come through that notch and then just get pulled up and lay down to about 9 o'clock, laying on the side of the machine. Make sure that it's come around and through that notch, and then you're ready for the spool at the top. Remove the spool guard first and put the thread on. Put the spool on, sorry, and replace the thread guard. As you bring the thread up, I take probably about 20-30 centimeters worth of thread, pull it out, and come around this thread, upper thread guide right here. It goes underneath here and around the back black one, and it comes straight down, and this machine has it numbered. There's 1, 2. You come down. If for some reason this silver take-up lever is not in the upper position, if it's down for some reason like that, make sure that it's as high as it will go before you start threading your machine. Then when it's in the upper position, come from right to left, and as you go behind it, make sure that the thread comes all the way forward to this small round hole right there. That's very critical. If you don't get all the way past this little guide, it will become unthreaded as you start sewing and cause tangles and a mess. As you come down, we're at number 3, down at number 4, there's a thread guide at the top of the needle, and you need to go behind the thread guide, and the thread should come from the front. And you need to thread the needle from front to back. If the thread won't just go through the needle easily for you, trim the thread at a 45-degree angle with a pair of scissors. And sometimes wetting the end of the thread with your mouth will also help you get it through the needle. If it doesn't go and you've taken more than 3 minutes of time just trying to thread the needle, then you should ask for help. Once it goes through the needle, then you take it to the back. Actually, I'm holding it with my left hand off to the side. On this machine, we need to use the upper thread to bring the bobbin thread up through this hole in the middle of the needle plate back there. And to do that, you can push the up and down button 2 times, make the needle go, while you're holding this, push it down, then push it up, and it will come around and loop up the bobbin thread, and you can pull on the front thread, the top thread, and it will bring the bobbin thread up. Take both threads and push them through the center of the presser foot and put them to the back of the machine, and you're ready to start sewing. But you need to replace the bobbin plate cover before you sew. So that's how you thread the sewing machine.